You want? Say alright, so first and foremost, when I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Yakakodash. We say that when I say apostle, Elders, Abrim, Musa, and Ruah, teachers of apostle in truth, and this salutation, so the action must get pushed within our truth and sincerity, day in and day out in the constantly in season and season, resting the life on a daily basis. You know, the push of the truth, we say, Shalom. And once again, we're going to have video here and through the spirit, we touch mention on certain things, today, as we head into the Passover, right, it also have a blood moon. Right? And these is things that the Lord wants us about, the signs in the skies and so forth. And every single day we see prophecies happening, right? We see in America the stuff that they are doing, we see the things that Russia are doing, we see the things that Ukraine, Israel, we see in these nations preparing for war. We see signs of the M.O.T.E and we see the signs of a market crash. All these things we see in the midst of us, right? All these things. And we sooner to the end than what people believe, right? We sooner to the end than what people think. There are plenty people think that we will continue forever, like we will continue forever. This kingdom have a lot to go, a lot more to go. You understand? Or they believe that nothing won't happen unto this place, right? But there are signs happening right before your eyes. People go tonight, they will come out and watch the blood moon, and they don't understand the significance of what it is and how important it is, right? With the blood moon, I believe it's the 27th or the 28th, it happened as solar eclipse, right? When you ever heard that before? In the same month, in the span of a week time, you're having a blood moon and a solar eclipse, right? So, yeah, I think so.
When we talk about the blood, we talk about the sign in the sky now. Because I come to mind in Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10, and we from verse 1, and say, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. He said, thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Yes, and that the piece that come to mind now, already and truly. But when it is like we could just talk about when we talk about chariots and say that this is the plague that goes forth, throughout the whole earth. It's a plague to some, but really and truly is redemption unto others. Because we know that those chariots come into when it comes to salvation, they're coming for some, and then for others, they're coming for their destruction. Right? So when we see all these signs happening, we understand what these things mean. We understand that the signs of the times. Right?
Yeah, from that?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, this one kind of long.
Well.
In Matthew 16 and from 1 it says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it was evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye discern the signs of the times? So yeah, as when I say people will come out looking at the moon, looking at the eclipse that is to come, but they don't know what times we in, they don't know what is, as you say, the significant side. They don't take heed, they're not watching. This kind of way they are asleep. Right? Verse 4, the wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. And we all know what the sign of the prophet Jonas is, what is us on the streets preaching. Right? And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Yahushua said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets he took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets he took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. Then understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of the bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And I just said, beware the doctrine. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people would, like from a sense, it has sin come saying the name not important, this not important, don't do this, don't do that, this, that, and the other. You understand? But that is their doctrine. That is a totally different doctrine compared to what Yahushua say to do. You know what I mean? The scriptures say, you have to emulate Yahushua. The scriptures say, well, if you're following the law, you'll be occupied in prophecy. And prophecy is what? Yahushua, because Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So if you've been occupied in prophecy, you've been occupied in doctrine of Yahushua. So they can't start going haywire and saying what they want and giving it the tongue liberty. You know what I mean? We could clearly see that they have the doctrine of the Pharisees and they had level.
You know
what I mean?
Like for example, I was just I can't remember what I was saying that how the guy from the ex-member of Sakari, how he said that when someone asked him what better herb to use, and he was like he gonna eat lettuce, you understand? So and they say well, some guys eat horseradish, but I'm not going to eat that because he don't want to eat the better stuff, and that we know when they go to the scriptures why the purpose of eating the better herb. You know, somebody could see you see the difference of it, because we know the hardship what it is to represent, but they so comfortable in this place. You eat lettuce. That is something you see because Sunday dish, like something nice. That don't represent at the time that don't represent that what it is we taking part in, or what it is going to happen and so forth. But you see the difference, right? You see the difference between the men of the Lord and who's not there. The men who just there for the game, and that is part of what the signs as well too, right? That is part of the signs as well too, going into the false prophets, going into the mockers, the scoffers, and all these things, right? All these things are signs. That way,
are you going into the Antichrist on them?
Yeah.
Because they are anti-Yahushua.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't spread Yahushua or his doctrine.
To also say, and again, it's so much of things happening in the midst of us, right? And prophet of the Lord is supposed to be watching. He's supposed to watch and pray, fast and so forth. All these things that he's supposed to be doing. Because again, it's just to show you that it's not by coincidence that a blood moon happening on the day of Passover, right? It is not coincidence, right? It's happened for a reason. And all these things are signs that the Lord tells us that, but again, it's only the elect who pay attention to that. Right? Remember the precept here, this is the book of Acts, isn't it? This is the book of Acts chapter 2, verse 17. It said, "It shall come to pass in the last days, said God, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh. Right? And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall see dreams." Shall dream dreams, and we're seeing that right now. We see how much people putting up videos about the end. So much of visions. It had a brother that did a video going into the angel of death. You understand? He saw a vision of that. And there are other people around the world that you see videos putting up about the times to come. Right? You see, you're also within the midst of that, you're also seeing people around the world that are now realizing that they are the true Israelites. Right? But the time that we're in again, so much of dreams, so much of things you see people saying about the times to come. I saw someone the other day talk about something that take place upon the Caribbean once again. I believe a woman that she had a vision where some catastrophe happened in the Caribbean, right? So that way it said, and
the last one was a flood.
Yeah, the flood, yeah, and then I see one recently. Basically, I think it was the same thing that she going into it with the flood, I think, about a different woman. So it say, and on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy, right? And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood, before the great and notable day of the Lord come. Right? So that's going back and say, and I will show you wonders in heaven above. Right? And we see all these things happening. To these common people, right? You think about that, some of these people don't even know it having a blood moon tonight. So some of these people might be coming from work, or they might be going to party or something like that, and they will see it and they'll be like, what happening? Yeah, they're caught up in other things. When the things that they're supposed to be really paying attention to, they're not. Right? All these things is things that we're supposed to be watching. Right? And we're supposed to be bringing forth that and telling the people, giving them warning. Right? It say, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. And that is going back into what the brother said. How important it is to know the name. Right? How important it is to know the name of the Lord, especially in time when we get an into who it is he going to call upon. You know, the spirit that the dream brother gave about the dead angel, who it is he going to call upon? Which God he going to call upon? When that spirit in the midst. Right? There's only one name in heaven, whereas they shall be saved. Who you going to call? You see men just turn back saying, they turn back to JC. Other men saying the name is important and so forth and so on, but the scriptures literally tell us what it is. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Right? Because the same way we watching the signs in the heavens and so forth, is the same way the left hand side do the same thing. And they use it to their own benefit. Right? They know, well, when this happening, we go bring something. You know, we will make something happen, but they do it on to the left hand side. Right? Hey, the wake up call all they're going to get is death and destruction, pain and affliction. Right? That's the wake up call you're going to get. You know, unaware of the times that we are in. And we in very serious times. Right? Very, very serious times. You know, it's not a joke, You know, to your 2/3, I always say, the scriptures mention, I know how foolish, you know, your Jakes are, right? Say, such as children and so forth. That is just, you know, with all these things happening, you know, Jake talking about, you know, it's Jake conversation, they still talking about Drake. You know, they still talking about Kendrick Lamar. You understand? That is what their mindset upon. That is the things they're focusing on. Right? They ain't focusing on the things that they ain't focusing on the things they're supposed to. Right? That's why the Lord say, he them that sin against him, and he delivered them unto death and destruction. Destructive paraphrasing. That is what coming your way. Because you're still seeing like some of the people who get the post about the blood moon. Okay. You know, some of the people still come out and say, you know, the Lord talk about the wonders in the skies and the things in the sky. You know, some of them still shed, but they still wouldn't take heed. Right? They still wouldn't take heed. What I can.
So what I say, when the promise was coming, I'll be set. This is Romans 10. I read from verse 13, it says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. They say, how then shall they call upon him who they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? Right? They say, and how shall they hear without a preacher? Already and truly, the prophecies, the signs represent the end. If men going around teaching, cannot Jacob trouble.
Can win.
You understand? In the new covenant, it don't have nothing. All these signs is just random things that happen because it don't have nothing to look forward to after these things. You understand? And that is the vibration of these men pushing. So when these people see these things, for them, it's just pretty things in the sky and nothing more. It don't signify an end because they're not being taught about it. They're not being taught about. Imagine them just talk about the new covenant, but they'll talk about Israel to be saved. That don't make no sense. You understand? The new covenant is supposed to signify salvation already. You understand?
Yeah,
so it's an oxymoron.
Yeah,
you understand? And that is the kind of like they say, scriptures talk about the shepherds that scatter and divide the sheep. That is what these men doing. You understand? So these people seeing things. Yeah, they're reading it to them, but they don't, in their mind, like, what it had to be just something to look nice. Not understanding that when it is the time come, you know they will get caught up with it.
That's something we see there, like I read in the news here, and I see a brother put up our video, this was like a minute ago, right? Blood rain turned Iran's beach and waters into blood. You know, and now look at the article here and it said blood rain in Iran, something isn't adding up. You know, Iran's landscape just turned blood red after a bizarre red rain. You know, these are the kind of things happening. It's things that, as the person now say here, as a reading it here, chilling blood rain turns beach red in biblical-like scenes. You know, everything that happened in art, like somebody today. Yeah, that was 13 hours ago, 22 days, was 2 days, no, sorry, 13 hours ago. Somebody said it's 28. I see it 13 hours ago, 9 hours ago. So most likely like it happened maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, 15 hours ago, right? No, this is not the same thing. 26. Somebody published 26 minutes ago, so it looked like it happened within the span of like between yesterday and today. You know, to the whole and as the word they use is like biblical times. Right, so what we in is biblical times. The biblical times never end, you know, we in those times. You know, but the way you go in and see is like the cycle. You know, like the Exodus all over again. Right? So things that things that they taught act when they read it in the scriptures they didn't believe. You understand? That is why I want to touch upon like even faith act. That is so important. Faith is that faith in cause it to believe. You know? It even to be here to keep the Passover, you have to have faith. Right? You have to believe. Right? So the faith make you understand that the things that happened before, the plagues that came upon Egypt, they didn't all say you're going to bring the plagues again onto Egypt, but you're not literally talking about, it's not talking about Egypt land, talking about America. You understand? That's what you're talking about.
New plagues.
And new plagues come, yeah, new plagues, new plagues. So things that not as before.
Yeah.
You understand? Maybe new things. You know?
A combination of things that
did happen in
the
the
things that have not been since the world began.
Yeah. There's like some of the sicknesses that happened.
Yeah.
Who did get this? What sicknesses here? And it was like Antiochus.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Incurable disease, like something I didn't ever see. You understand? And but as again, going back to the person say biblical times, because that again, we in those times, not all the time, we in those times, but we at the times when we say biblical, we at the end. You know, the things that once or they didn't believe in, or you know, how they like to say that, the scriptures are fictional stories, but these things happening now. When people used to hear about blood moon only in the scriptures, the moon turning dark, and you used to hear that until now they see it. You know, Jake like to see to believe. You understand? Well, now they're going to feel and believe. Right? That's something like Right.
In John 20 and 26, it says, John 20 and 26, it says, and after 8 days again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushai, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord, my power. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believe. Yeah, so blessed are they that have not seen, as the brother said. You know what I mean? Your faith has to be on point. You have to believe. Nothing would work. If you don't believe, you wouldn't be here if you didn't have faith. You understand? If you didn't have faith, then I drop out long time ago. As soon as it becomes inconvenient, you understand? As soon as it's started inconvenience your everyday routine, you say, yeah, well, but it's not for me. You know, because as it's saying, it's very treeable. They tell me the scroll, they say, yeah, it's sweet in your mouth for me. But when the bitterness is in your stomach, you understand that when the severity of it hit, you understand? You can't be this, you can't be a certain way, you can't align with certain crowds. You understand? You have to be holy, which means separate. You know what I mean? You have to sever all ties with that worldly man. You know?
Oh, with the worldly people because of the time at will.
You know what I mean? You have to kill yourself more or less now. You're a mortal man, carnal man, can't.
You
sever that tie.
Eventually?
Yeah.
Right, let's read the Bible last week and we're going to do
that. It says, Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Yeah, so blessed are them that they see and believe. You understand? Because like unto us, we didn't see the things that we reading,
Come.
and it comes that we believe in, we didn't see it.
Come.
You understand? We didn't see it. That's why even the script that mentioned that even the kings, just roughly paraphrasing, the kings, they wanted to see the things that we see.
Yeah,
You understand?
they desire.
They desire to see the things that we see. You understand? And that's the thing. But blessed is them that they didn't see and believe. And you don't want to be the spirit that I need to see to believe. You don't want to be like that.
God, so but like in Job, I believe it's 19, where he say, yet when worms consume my flesh, yet my eyes will see my maker.
Yep.
You understand? He had, well, I mean, he was a perfect man, he has to leave it, so you know the level of faith he had.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He had that serious faith. He knew that, hey, I would come back through the spirit and I would see my maker. Like why you could have say, hey, even though my bones go at me, bones go in my flesh, but my eyes will see my maker, very sure about it.
That's right. Hey, well,
And even Thomas take it a step further, because even when he was told, he said, I will not believe until I see it, and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
So you understand? That's why when he come, the first person he come to is
Thomas. The first person here just was Thomas, and he commanded that he do. Take your finger and put it in my hand.
And he repeat everything that he states. The first person he went to.
God.
hey. So with that we will end. Once again, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mekapadash. We say that when it's apostle and elders agreements and Ruba teaches our apostle ministry, and we say salutations for the account of pushing within of truth and sincerity, day in and day out in the country, in season and season. We say, Shalom.
Shalom.
Sure.